Before I get into what my product favorites were for the summer, I would just like to say that all of you guys are my favorites. I just hit 100 subscribers, except I don't really think of you guys as subscribers. I think of you as my friends. You guys have made this experience so easy for me. I was really nervous when I got started, but you guys have all been so kind and supportive and wonderful, and all of you guys are my favorites, because if it weren't for your support and your friendship, I probably would have stopped doing this like right after I started. So thank you, all of you guys. Hey guys, so today I have my summer favorites. I know most people do like monthly favorites, but I don't go through things fast enough to do a monthly favorites anything. So I figured I would just do like seasonal favorites. So since summer is ending, I think that it's technically ending in 2 days. So it may technically be the end of summer in the next 2 days. For us in Arizona, it's definitely not going to be the end of summer until like maybe mid-November when it starts to cool off a little. It's still 100 degrees every day here pretty much. It's starting to get into the more like the 90s, but you know, it's still technically summer for us until like November. So I figured I would just do a summer favorites, and then I could do fall, winter, spring. And if I ever have anything that just randomly is a favorite, I can just do like a weekly favorites video or Friday favorites or something. I'll do some kind of, if I ever find anything like that. But plan on seeing these only 4 times a year, because that's really all that works for me. So I will do these by category. So I've got hair, I've got body, I've got skincare, and then makeup, and then some personal favorites. So I'm just going to get started and I'll work my way top to bottom, I guess. So I'll start with my hair favorites. So my first hair favorite is actually the Badger, Argan, Jojoba, and Baobab Botanical Hair Oil. I actually said in my hair routine video that I wasn't that crazy about this, but that was before I tried it as a deep, like intensive hair treatment. Before I was trying to use it as a leave-in conditioner, which does not work for my hair at all. It was, even the smallest amount would make my hair look really greasy and I would have to pretty much wash it right away again. Using this as a intensive hair treatment where I will leave it in my hair pretty much for as long as I can. I've left this in actually 24 hours before, but after I leave it in and I rinse it out, it makes my hair incredibly soft, and it smells like, this stuff smells so good. And this has a lot of great ingredients in it. It's got jojoba oil, sunflower oil, argan oil, baobab oil, and then essential oils of orange, bergamot, sandalwood, ylang ylang, and then it's got some sunflower vitamin E in it. So the ingredients of these are awesome. So I would highly suggest checking out the Badger hair oils if you're looking for some kind of like intensive hair oil treatment. I know you can use coconut oil, but I don't keep a lot of coconut oil like in my house. That's probably something I should do, but this is a good substitute for coconut oil. The other hair favorite I have is my Andalou Naturals leave-in conditioner. I use this every time I wash my hair, which is only really about 2 or 3 times a week these days. This is great. It's supposed to smooth, nourish, detangle, fight frizz, and it's made with a lot of really great things. Again, argan and jojoba like the other hair oil, but it's also got a bunch of other stuff in it like white tea, the bioactive 8 berry complex, provitamin B5, so it's got a lot of really great things for your hair. And I find that since using this, my hair also has become extremely soft, and it has helped definitely do the things. It definitely smooths and fights frizz, which is something that I need because my hair is really prone to frizz and it gets poofy when it's humid and all that fun stuff. So this is my other hair favorite. Next I will do my skincare favorites, and I will start with the Joppa Minerals Blemish Bar for face and body. I am going to be doing a review on this at some point. I'm not through with my first bar yet, and actually just bought a couple more as backups because I really like this stuff. I only use this in the morning because I find that I need more of like something gentle in the morning, and this is definitely a gentle cleanser. I don't know specifically how well it actually works on acne, especially mine, which is more on the severe side, sadly. But I do like it because it is gentle. It doesn't irritate at all. It burns when you get it in your eyes, obviously, but it's very gentle. I really like this stuff. Even if it doesn't help with my acne, it's a very gentle cleanser, which is what I was looking for in the morning. So I'll be using this at least for the next 3 bars that I bought. This is one that I haven't used, obviously. My intention is to do a review on this, so that might be coming at some point. So then the other facial cleansing favorite I've got is the Acure Brightening Facial Scrub. I really love this scrub. It's gentle for me. It smells good. It's green. I love this scrub. Before I started using this scrub, I was using the St. Ives like apricot scrub, which I'd been using for a really long time, just because I didn't know that there were so many other great brands out there. But this is a million times better than that scrub. The other one was like really harsh. This doesn't necessarily do anything for like acne or anything like that, but it definitely exfoliates really well. My skin is always really smooth after I used it. I used this today too, actually. And I do find that it does give like sort of a gentle brightening effect. It definitely doesn't make your skin, you know, like really bright and like glowing or anything like that, but it definitely does help with any redness, and I think it probably has helped fade some acne scarring at least a little bit. But I really love this scrub. This is actually the new one. I haven't started yet. I've still got one in my shower that's almost out, but I love this stuff and I'll probably be using this for the foreseeable future. So then another skincare favorite is the Earthbody Brighten Cleanser and Mask. I did a first impressions video on this and I love this mask. I've used it twice so far, once in the video, and then once I actually just tried it with mixing it with water, but I definitely prefer it with the method that they suggest here with the coconut oil and the either agave or honey, depending on what you have. With just the water, I found it a bit too like dry and tight. Like it didn't give the same moisturized, brightening feel that I felt when I tried it with the coconut oil in the honey. So I definitely suggest trying this the way that they suggest it, but you can do it with water if you don't have those things, but I don't think that the effect is the same. Either way, I really love this, and I don't know if you can tell how much I've got in there, but I've definitely used a little bit. I'm not quite halfway done, but I know that by the time I get to probably about a quarter of this, I will be looking to purchase the full size of this and probably the other two masks that are on the website, because this is awesome. So then another favorite I have for skincare is this Paula's Choice Resist C15 Super Booster. I got this, I think, in the April Petit Vour box, and I wasn't sure if I was going to even try it because frankly, I didn't even know what it was. But when I researched it some more, it talked about how it was supposed to help with dark spots, with scarring, with hyperpigmentation. So I thought, you know, what the heck, I'll just try it and see what happens. The sample that I got was tiny from the Petit Vour box, but it lasted about 3 weeks, and I saw such a difference in my skin in just those 3 weeks that I went out and I bought the full-size bottle of it because I could not be without this stuff. This stuff not only helps reduce hyperpigmentation and scarring and like dark spots on your face, but it also, it does something where it makes your skin like incredibly smooth and soft. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know. I know that there's some videos and stuff about how this works, and I've watched a few of them, but I mean, there's like magic in this bottle. I don't know. I'm about done with this bottle right now. You can't tell, but I'm pretty close to the bottom of this, and I actually just ordered another full size that came in the mail yesterday, so I can't be without this stuff. It's not the most natural in terms of ingredients. There are some things in here that rate a little bit higher on the EWG scale. Mostly though, they're rated higher because they're considered more of like an irritant. So there's nothing super harmful in here. It's just not the most natural, but you know, if I've got like one or two things in my skincare or makeup or whatever that's not the most natural, I mean, at least 99% of what I'm putting on my body is natural. So this stuff works amazingly well. I know that there's something from SkinCeuticals that's pretty much this, only 3 times more expensive. The full size of this is $48. I usually try to buy it when I could find a special on it. Like I got this one for 20% off and free shipping, and then I got the one that I recently got was also 15% off and free shipping. So I try not to buy it for full price if I can help it, because it is expensive, and I know the one from SkinCeuticals has gotten really good reviews. What this is this is a vitamin C serum booster, so you add this to your serum, 2 to 3 drops morning and night to your serum, and the vitamin C is supposed to it does fantastic things for my skin. So I know the SkinCeuticals one is exactly the same thing, only I think it is a bit more natural, and it's 3 times more expensive. It's like $157 or something, so maybe at some point I might try that, but $157 is really, it's a lot to spend on something for my skincare right now. I don't know that I could. The only drawback to anything with vitamin C in it really is it has a shorter shelf life. The suggested use time on this is 3 months. I have read that they say you can use it past the 3-month mark, but the more effective properties stop at about 3 months. Like you can still use it and it's still effective after 3 months, but it works best up to 3 months. So this bottle is actually a little bit older than 3 months, and I have noticed that the effect on my skin is a little bit, it's not as good as it was in the beginning, so it definitely does work better in the beginnings, and so that's the only bad thing about this that I would have to say is the short effective time on it. But other than that, this stuff is amazing. So two other things that I use on a daily basis, and I love these things, are the George's Aloe Spray Mister and the Heritage Rose Petals Rosewater Spray Mister. I use these interchangeably throughout the day. I use this before I put on any kind of tea tree oil or like topical face treatment that might make my skin red or irritated or anything like that. So I use this to help soothe it. And then I'll use this before my nighttime serum and to set my makeup and before I use a face mask. Like, I'll pretty much use these two things any time of the day. So these are definitely two things that I can't live without. I love these. And I thought about buying another spray mister, but I actually, in my Sprouts, they had giant refills of the aloe, so I decided to just get a refill of the aloe instead of, wasting bottles and just buying a bunch of new bottles. I love these sprays. I've loved them all summer. They're amazing. And my last skincare sort of moving into makeup favorite is the Mineral Fusions Untinted BB Cream with SPF 30. This has been great for the summer. This pretty much acts as like a makeup primer and a sunscreen and a moisturizer in one, even though I still do use a moisturizer before this because my skin's wonky. But this is great as a makeup primer. There's no silicones in it. There are a couple of more on the unnatural side preservatives, but they're the last two ingredients on the list, and other than that, everything in this is pretty much natural and good. It's got a lot of really great things in it. This is gonna last me a really long time. It's a 2-ounce bottle, but you need only like the tiniest little bit. You need like half of a dime size, if that much, to cover your whole face, but this stuff is great. I was using the Badger sunscreen until I ran out, and then I started using this, but I like the Badger sunscreen, but unfortunately it contains beeswax, which I'm trying to avoid. So this one is vegan. They do have tinted versions out there, but I read that they were more on the like orange side, which I find that tinted moisturizers and CC creams and BB creams and stuff like that do run more like warm orange, which is kind of disappointing because definitely not everybody is warm orange. They should at least have, different shades on the spectrum, whatever. But the untinted ones work for me. This one is really great and has been great for the summer because of the SPF, even though I don't go outside all that much, admittedly. I really like this. This is great for makeup priming too. If you're looking for something, I would definitely suggest this. So my makeup favorites, I will start with my foundation that I've been really liking over the summer. It's this Joppa Minerals Full Coverage Foundation in light number 1, and this is for normal to oily skin. I said in the recent purchases video that I did that the full coverage was actually too full coverage, but I should stop saying things because then when I go try them again, I find that they're exactly the opposite of what I said that they were. So this is definitely not too full coverage. This has actually been really great the last few weeks because my skin has freaked out on me and I've been breaking out like crazy. This stuff, the coverage on this is freaking amazing. Like, for a mineral foundation, I never thought that I could find something that has coverage that is this good. I'm wearing it today, and I'm probably going to do a demo for you guys at some point because the before and after of my face in this stuff is just, it's freaking ridiculous. Like, this stuff is awesome. And the other thing on this too is that it is great for oil control. Like, seriously, zero oil breakthrough all summer. Like, I wore this stuff when it was 110 degrees outside. I wore it when it was humid outside. I wore it for 14 hours at a time. Like, this stuff doesn't move from your face, and there's no, like, in the T-zone area where there would be, a lot of oiliness, none. Like, at the end of the day, it still looks like you just put it on. I love my Honeybee Gardens foundation, but that stuff, I do get a lot of oil breakthrough around my nose, especially because my nose is the oiliest part of my face, but not this stuff. If you've got oily skin and you prefer mineral foundations to liquid foundations, I would definitely suggest looking this up, like, right now. This will even be good in the winter. I still get oily in the winter, so this will still be great in the winter, but this stuff's awesome. And yeah, I'll probably end up doing a demo on this in the next couple of weeks because I just love this. Stuff's awesome. So I've got two blush favorites. One is Joppa Minerals Aloha, which is, it's like a shockingly pink, this is like hot pink blush. I'm wearing this today too, actually. I've been wearing this, I have a hard time, I've got like 30 blushes and I have a hard time picking anything but this color just because I love this color. I just love this color. It's like the most amazing color. When I picked up a sample of this, I didn't actually think I was going to like it because it is, like, it's pink. It's hot pink. But it blends out. It just, like, it's just so nice. Hopefully you guys can, like, see. I don't know. And I go heavy on the blush, too. I really like blush. Sometimes it can look a little like, whoa, I'm wearing blush. But I really love blush. And that is probably my all-time favorite blush that I wear. Joppa Minerals also makes really great blushes. They have a great staying power. Like, this will stay on my face until the end of the day. Like, seriously, my face will look like this until the end of the day when I wash it off. And I won't even want to wash it off just because it looks so amazing. So, mineral foundation, Joppa Minerals is probably like my top company. I just love that company. My other blush favorite over the summer was the Brija Glamour To Go blush in Perk. And this is like another really great pink blush. It doesn't look like it's going to be that pink when you open it in the jar because it looks more orange to me. But when you put it on your face, it is just like, it's the perfect pink color. Like, it's a light pink. It just looks so flattering on like everybody. It's just, this is probably my number 2 blush. And I need a bigger size of this because this, like, just compare the two. Like, this one is so tiny. So I need like a big size of that because I love it. And I've already used half the jar since I got it over the summer. That is my other favorite blush that I've been wearing like all summer. So then I also have this, the All Natural Face Vegan Glow in Wedding Day. I have the full size of this in Original and Wedding Day, but Wedding Day is definitely my favorite. It just gives me sort of like a nice overall radiance, and especially when I use my Honeybee Gardens foundation, I like something that'll help me look a little bit less matte. The Joppa Minerals setting powder I use is like a dewy sheer, so when I am not using that, I'll use this. I mix this in with my other setting powder that is also, it's matte. So this isn't dewy, but it helps your face just look sort of more like glowy. And it was a really great look for summer. I really liked using this in the summer. And the only other like really face makeup thing that I've got is the Everyday Minerals Color Corrector in Sunlight. And this is just a yellow under eye corrector color corrector powder. I've tried using liquids and I've tried using cream foundations underneath my eyes, but I don't like them. Powder concealers are what works for me best, and this one is just like, this is the best one that I found so far. I've got a backup of it too because I love it so much. It's just a yellow under eye. I'm using it today. I don't know how much you can tell, but you can definitely tell the difference between one eye to the other. It's got a brightening effect. So it has the same sort of effect as like a under eye brightening concealer, but it's a powder. And so this works really well for my skin tone. It doesn't pull too yellow. It looks like bright under there. It doesn't look too yellow, so this is really great. So the next thing I've got is the Mineral Fusion nail polish in the shade Skipping Stone. I recently just got back into wearing nail polishes after I hadn't for a really long time, and this is probably my favorite shade that I wore all summer. I don't wear polish a lot on my fingernails because I cook a lot, and I find that it's just a hassle to have to paint and then remove a day later and then paint again. So I don't deal with it on my nails that much, but on my toenails, I can keep nail polish on there for like up to 4 weeks looking like I just polished them. And of the couple colors that I wore this summer, this one was definitely my favorite. This was like the perfect pink color. I have a photo of it on my Instagram if you want to check out what it looked like on my toes. But yeah, this was my favorite summer polish by far. And then I've got lip products. I don't wear lipstick or lip gloss or anything like that. I pretty much only wear lip balms on my lips just because I haven't found anything that works well with my color. I don't know, I feel like I always look really strange in lipstick and stuff, but I do like lip tints, and the one lip tint that I've really liked this summer is the Pacifica Color Quench Lip Tint in Guava Berry. I actually got this as a free gift with an order that I purchased, but I love this stuff. It smells like freaking ridiculously good. And the color, it looks like it's going to be really dark in the tube, but when you put it on your lips, it's just like a really sheer sort of like pinky color, and it's just like, it sort of is like this color, like this pinky color up here. But I really like this. It smells really good. It's really hydrating. I just love. And the packaging too, like, is super cute. I don't know how well you can see it. Pacifica's packaging is always like so adorable. But I really like this, and I'm interested in trying out the rest of the Color Quench lip tint line from Pacifica in the scents that I really, because they come in scents with the colors that sort of associate with the scent, I guess, but guava berry smells really good. So then the two lip balms that I've really liked this summer are the Cupcake Organic Matte Lip Balm from Silk Naturals. I got this as a free gift with purchase, I think, in one of my early orders from Silk Natural that I made. The only thing is this isn't vegan. It does contain beeswax, but I used it pretty much all summer, so I can't not talk about it. This stuff smells, oh, it smells so good. It smells like cake. It literally smells like cake. So I actually put this on today too, so I'm just gonna put some more on. I love this stuff. I'm gonna have to find something to replace this when I run out, because I'm not buying any more with beeswax in it. So if you have a vegan lip balm that sort of like is cake scented, let me know, because I'm looking for something to replace this when this runs out, because I'll be sad if I don't. The other lip balm favorite I've got is the Hurrah Night Treatment Lip Balm. This one is vegan, and I use this at night, like pretty much every night. This stuff is super moisturizing, super hydrating. This stuff is great for your lips at night. I really love the Hurrah lip balms in general, but the Night Treatment Balm is my favorite. You can put this on your lips the night before, and then when you wake up, your lips are just so soft, and I just love this stuff. So then my last makeup favorites aren't really makeup, they're makeup brushes, and they are these three brushes from Ecotools. I got this blush brush probably 2 or 3 months ago, probably at the beginning of summer, and this is like the perfect blush brush. This is like what exactly I was looking for in a blush brush. It's full, and it's sort of like, it's got like a tapering thing going on. This blush brush is just freaking awesome. I'm probably gonna end up buying like 5 of these, because I try to use a different blush every time I do blush, even though sometimes that doesn't happen. And I thought my favorite blush brush up until this point was the Real Techniques blush brush. That one is nice, but this one is definitely far superior to that one, and this one's cheaper. This one's only $7, and I think the other one's $9 or $10. But the Ecotools blush brush, love this great brush. And then I've got the 2 duo-ended eye brushes. I got these because I'm trying to find like the perfect eye brushes for my face. Like, either the crease brushes that I find are either too thin or they're too thick, and I get eyeshadow everywhere or not enough places. So I've been trying to find like the perfect brushes for my eyes. For when I do my eyes, I don't do them that much. I'm trying to get more into it, which is why I'm trying to find the best brushes for my face, and I think these are the best brushes I have found so far. This crease brush is like the perfect size for my crease. It doesn't get too far above it. It doesn't get too far below it. It is like the perfect size for right in the middle. And the same with this regular eyeshadow side, the shader side. This is like the perfect size for my lid. I was trying to use some that were too big for my eyelids, so I got eyeshadow like everywhere, but these two together, this crease brush and this shader brush, are like the perfect size for my face. And Ecotools brushes in general are just like amazing quality. They're super soft, they're cruelty free, they're synthetic, they're amazing. And I'm gonna have to look into, I've only got these 3 brushes right now, and they actually have like a lash eyebrow brush thing, but I'm definitely gonna have to look into getting more, because I love Ecotools brushes. The quality is just amazing on these, and they're super affordable, so love these. So now on to body favorites. I will start with the body wash and the body lotion that I have been using and loving all summer. It is the Acure Cell Stimulating Body Wash and the Acure Advanced Triple Moisture System Body Lotion in Mandarin Orange. These two together are like, they're amazing. Let me tell you, my husband has been making comments about how soft my skin is, which he has never done. Like, literally, he'll rub my legs and tell me how, like, that may be too TMI, whatever, but he'll tell me how soft my skin is, and I am pretty sure it's because of these 2 products. Like, before I started using these, he never made comments about how soft my legs were, but now he's just like, you have the smoothest, softest skin I've ever felt, and I attribute it to these two things. Like, this body wash is amazing. It smells like almonds because it's got some almond extract in here. It's freaking amazing. Like, this stuff is just, it's made with Moroccan argan stem cell and argan oil with sea buckthorn and CoQ10, and it just has like awesome ingredients in here. There's acai berry, blackberry, pomegranate, sugar beets, argan, vitamin E, pumpkin seed oil, argan stem cells. Like, the stuff in here, like the Acure products in general just have like the most amazing ingredients, and I cannot live without this body wash now that I've tried it. I tried another one, I think it was the ultra hydrating something body wash. You'll actually see it in Empty's video at some point, but I didn't like that one. It was hydrating and moisturizing, but the smell was gross. Like, let's be honest. It was not a good smell. But the smell on this one is awesome. I love it. And this one just makes my skin just feel so soft. And I don't know, this says cell stimulating, so maybe this got something to do with why my skin is so soft. Maybe like it's helping the turnover of my skin cells or something. I have no idea, but whatever it's doing, it's awesome. And then I also have the body lotion. I bought this to replace another body lotion I was using that had actually grown mold on me, but this is way better than that body lotion that I was using. This stuff is awesome too. Like, the ingredients are all amazing as well. It has a slight mandarin orangey scent. It's not too strong. It is not too faint. This stuff is awesome. It makes your skin super soft. And I don't think I'd have an issue using this into the winter. I think this would even still be great for the winter because it's really moisturizing and it's really hydrating. Just get it. Just get these things. All these things. Just get all the things. So then the next thing that has been a godsend this summer is the North Coast Organics deodorant. This one is in the Naked scent. It's got no scent. It pretty much just smells like coconut. I've also got a travel size of the lavender, and then their new scent, ASL or AOL or ALS. I don't know. I don't know. They came out with some new scent that had some letters in it. I won a sample of the new batch that I don't know if it's even been released yet. I'll have to check the website and see if it has, but that one smells really good too. But I really love this deodorant. It does nothing to help you stop sweating, so sorry if that's what you're looking for, but this stuff will not make you smell like anything but good. I have a serious body odor problem. I don't know why. Maybe I eat too much garlic and onions. Who the hell knows? But this stuff stops any bad smell that could come off of my body. Like, and this stuff will last forever. This stuff lasts over 24 hours. I found out about this from Secondhand Sweetness. Cherie from Secondhand Sweetness, she had mentioned this company on her channel, and I went out and immediately purchased it as I was watching her video, probably because I was looking for something to help with, you know, my problems. I think that was about May or June. I can't remember when exactly it was, but it was sometime during the summer. And I've been using this since then. I won't even try anything else because I've found like my holy grail deodorant. The only thing about this that is, it can be a little irritating for some people, and it has been for me a little bit, is the baking soda that's in this can be a little bit irritating underneath your arms, especially when you start sweating. It gets a little bit painful and irritating a little bit, and I have had some sort of like ingrown hair problems, which I think I attribute to the coconut oil because it can clog your pores, or at least it clogs my pores, but you know what? I deal with it because I don't smell, so I'm not going to go back to something that makes me smell but my underarms aren't irritated. I'd rather use this even if it irritates my underarms a little bit, but doesn't make me smell, so this deodorant is amazing. So then I've got two perfumes that I pretty much wore all summer. One was the Pacifica Tuscan Blood Orange, and the other was the Pacifica Persian Rose perfume. I hadn't worn perfume for, I can't even calculate how many years it's been, because I haven't wanted to put any perfumes on my body because of the stuff that's in them. So when I found out about Pacifica, like, I had like a freak out in Whole Foods and just like bought all the scents. So I've got 5 roller balls, and then I've got one big one. I like the big one better because when you spray this on yourself, the scent actually lasts longer than if you just roll it on your body. So once I run out of like all these rollerball ones, I'm probably going to just be switching over to the spray perfumes. But these have been my two favorite scents. This blood orange one smells fruity and amazing. It's like everything that I love in a perfume. I love fruity, citrusy scents. This one just smells awesome. And then the Persian Rose one, I always thought that I never liked rose scents, but then I love this scent. Like, I've sort of come into everything rosy smells amazing to me. I just want everything to smell like roses, like around me. Like, I just want all the things to smell like roses. So this one will actually still be good for the fall and the winter because it does sort of have like a deeper, it's not like a fruity, like light scent. It's more of like a deeper, heavier scent, which will actually still be good in the fall and winter. So this one will carry over into my fall and winter use, and this one I'll probably use this one more of like in the spring. But these have been my two favorites. I've worn these consistently all summer. So now I've got some personal favorites. I'll start with some food favorites. And my first is the Bark Thins Snacking Chocolate. This is the dark chocolate almond with sea salt flavor. I found these at Costco about a month ago, and this was like the best discovery I've ever made at Costco. I love dark chocolate. I'm sort of a wimp when it comes to dark chocolate because I can't really, if it's over like 56% or 60%, it gets really bitter for me. I know a lot of people like 70, 80, like as high as you can get, but I am more, I like dark chocolate, but I like more of like the lame, tame dark chocolate, and this is definitely more tame. And I also really love that it has almonds and it's got sea salt, which actually helps the flavor, I think. I love these. And I need to go back to Costco to get more because we've been out for like 2 weeks and I'm like, I need this chocolate. But this stuff is really good. The Bark Thins, I think you can get them, I haven't actually seen them anywhere else, but I think that you can get them at like Whole Foods or Sprouts or like other natural stores. I'm not totally sure because I haven't actually seen them or looked for them, but I definitely know I can get these at Costco, so I need to go back and get some more. The other Costco food thing I picked up that has become a favorite is these organic toasted coconut chips. These are just so good. Like, I love going into Costco by myself without my husband because I tend to come out with like lots of good snacks that he probably wouldn't let me pick up if I was with him. And these are one of the things that I picked up when I was on a trip without him, and these are so good. This is just organic coconut, organic cane sugar, and sea salt. These things are great. I try not to snack on these because now that I've opened the bag, I can't stop. A little more. But these are great for just like snacking, or they're really good on top of coconut milk yogurt with strawberries, which I had for breakfast a couple of times. Oh, love these. I love Costco for giant vegan snacks. I found a lot of really great stuff there. I don't have the bag, but I also found Snap Pea Crisps at Costco. It was like a giant bag of Snap Pea Crisps. They're like ground snap peas, like reshaped back into snap peas and then fried or something. I don't really know what they do, but those are also really good. I ate 2 humongous bags by myself. It's probably not something I should admit, but I did. I love those too. I love food. I love food. So then some other personal favorites I've got are just some books. I started a couple of different series over the summer. I'll start with the one that's the oldest and I've just sort of gotten into, which is the Harry Potter series. I'm reading this with a bunch of cruelty-free ladies. There's a book reading group sort of that I've joined. And this is what we're reading right now, is the Harry Potter series. I'd never actually read this before. Yes, I'm 28 and I've never read Harry Potter. I couldn't get into it when I was younger, but now it's, I actually kind of like it. Like, the first book was just sort of okay to me. I'm actually reading the second book right now and I actually like it better than the first one. So this is a favorite that I've started, is this series. Another series that I started over the summer was the Divergent series. I actually saw the movie before I read the book, but I like the book better. The movie was okay, but I like the book. The book is really good. I'm waiting for the second book to come out on paperback, but apparently it's not coming out on paperback until like next year, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, so I've read the first book. I'm looking forward to reading the second book. And then I also started the Hunger Games series. I am behind the times on all of these series. Probably partly because I'm more of like adult rather than young adult, so these series are not things that I would have picked up on my own had they not been, you know, like made into movies that I liked or whatever. But I liked Hunger Games the movie, so I thought I would like Hunger Games the book, and I did. I like Hunger Games the book just as much as I like the movie. I bought the second book, the Catching Fire. I had to double check. But yeah, I bought the second book, and I'm looking forward to reading that once I'm a couple books into the Harry Potter series. So those were my book favorites. So pretty much book series were my favorites for the summer. And then another personal favorite is these Razorback tees that are actually from Target. I'm wearing one today. I've got one here. Still got the tag on it because I just bought it. But that has been, I've pretty much been wearing those in every single video that I have recorded, and I've got 9 of these t-shirts, I'm not gonna lie. I bought 2 in June when I found them. I found them at Target. I was there for some reason, and I just sort of walked past them and I was like, oh, those are cute. So then I bought 2 then, and I loved them so much I went out and bought like 3 more right after that. And then a couple of weeks ago I found them in Target again on clearance, so then I just bought 4 more, so I ended up with 9 of these t-shirts. But they were the perfect t-shirts for summer. They're like the perfect length. They're Razorback and sleeveless, so you get a lot of like airflow and stuff. They're just nice to wear in the summer because they're not heavy or hot or anything like that. I really love these shirts, and I hope next year Target comes out with these again and in all new patterns and colors, because I'll just buy them all. Like, they're amazing shirts. So then I've got some YouTuber favorites. My favorite, I'll just say this, I love all of you guys. You guys are all amazing. You're the reason I started YouTube to begin with. There are just like a few of you guys that I feel like a real strong connection to for one reason or another. Either like we have something in common or something. But there are just a few of you that I just want to be best friends with you guys. My first is Jennifer Lovebug. I love her so much. I don't know what it is about her either, but something about her. I really want to be like her best friend. Can we be best friends? And the funny thing is we probably live within 20 miles of each other. We both live in Arizona. Maybe that's why I feel like such a strong connection to her, because she's actually like here, and if we could get together if we really wanted to. Maybe sometime in the future, who knows? I don't know if she would be up for that, but I just feel something, I don't know what it is, like, but yeah, I don't even really know how to describe it, but I really love her. She's gorgeous and she's funny, and her videos are great. I have a lot of her videos actually saved as favorites just because I love watching them over and over again. But yeah, Jennifer Lovebug, I'm going to leave her link down below. Anybody I talk about, I'll leave their links down below. If you're subscribed to me, you probably are already subscribed to her or anybody else that I talk about, but I'll just leave their links below just in case you're not, because you should be subscribed to her if you're not. And then I also really love Exo Love Letty. She is also really great. Videos are very informative and intellectual, and I really love her too. And she also has like the cutest cat. Waffles is just adorable. I want to steal him and add him to my horde of cats that I'm collecting. But she's also really great. She's really sweet and she's kind, and I love her too. I really want to be best friends with her too. Maybe can we all just be best friends? So then my last favorite is probably Instagram. I started my Instagram for this channel, I think in July. I can't remember the exact date, but it was a couple of weeks before I started my YouTube channel, because I was sort of leaning into YouTube. I was just trying to find a way to get into it, but Instagram was sort of like my leeway into YouTube. But Instagram has been like one of my favorite things, because I found Instagram has been a really great tool for finding like new brands, natural brands. It's been also great for keeping, you know, like keeping up with like your favorite YouTubers or your favorites, Instagram is just good for like keeping people connected, like in the beauty community pretty much. I'm gonna leave my Instagram name right here. If you're not following me, you should be following me. Not that I do anything interesting, but I love following you guys, and I love all of the people who follow me. Like, you guys are all just really sweet, and I just love Instagram. It's just been sort of like a great outlet for finding great companies and great people, and just YouTube and Instagram are like my two favorite things this summer. I just have found like a great love for those things. So this video was probably really long, and you only have to suffer through these 4 times a year. But that was everything that I loved and used over the summer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below and tell me what your favorite things were this summer. If you did anything interesting, just tell me a little bit about your summer down below. I'd love to hear about it. I love getting to know more about you guys. And I hope you like getting to know more about me. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.